G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and today we will be looking at the War for Cybertron Deluxe Class Siege Spinister. And I will say from the beginning, I have no knowledge of this character whatsoever. I didn't have him in the good old days of G1. I have no idea the context of him in the comic books, if there is any. I don't even know if he was in the Japanese series. All I know was he is a Decepticon double target master, which currently has no target masters. Excuse me. So here he is. He's blue, he's purple, he's light purple. Yeah, so he is very early G2-y, I want to call him. Like, I know this was G1, but he feels more like a G2 figure. Whereas the colors are, how would you call it? I want to say flamboyant, but that's the wrong word for it. But yeah, so he does have some articulation in his helicopter mode. Whoops, try that again. His propeller can spin. If my finger can get the other way. His propeller can spin. The back rotor can spin. He does have a wheel, but doesn't do anything. So there he is from the bottom, side, front, and back. Nice Decepticon logo. When it's live, the Decepticon logo is really nice. So there we go. So let's get down to first size comparison, of course. And here we have Windblade. She is just about as long as he is. She's obviously wide because of the wings, but he's probably just about the same height. Also, excuse if you see any paint on my fingers. I think I need to scrub this off. But there we go. So there we are. And let's get down to transformation. So, I should point out, there is numerous ports. You can put his guns on. You can put them on here, here, here. If you can manage it, you can put it on here. Obviously, these are where you're meant to put them. You can even put them in the hand if you want to do a weird reverse thing. There you go. So, yeah, they're all different spots you can plug his guns into. And we'll get back to them in a moment. So, let's get this guy transformed. So, we're going to start with the front and go backwards. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this propeller. It doesn't quite work well in this mode, but that just hopefully clears this out a little bit for me. So, first things first, you're going to pull out these arms. There is a tab here, which will slot into here. And this tab here will go into here. So when you're transforming him, your best bet is to line up down the bottom first, if you can get it, and then plug it in. So one tab those, and then we'll start from here. We'll push the wheel back, and I'll raise the camera up a little bit more because I know I'm just going to start cutting things off. Alright, so we'll start from the front here. Actually, we'll start by just rotating these up a little bit. And you're going to pull this one here back. And this one here is going to go forward. And then what we can do is we can unfold that to the side. And that will lift up and extend to form the leg. And then we can push that back, pull this down. And there's a tab that holds this in place. You can just untab that and we have a foot in place. Now I would cut away to the second foot, but trust me, it's probably better bet I don't. So I will say getting this back into helicopter mode can be fiddly because of how it works. So you're gonna pull this down and it works the same way. You go try and get this cover up while pulling this down. So when you go into vehicle mode, you literally have to try wrapping around and then pushing up. So there we go. Now we can extend that, and we'll just fold this down for the moment just to give us a bit of clearance. So that'll fold down like that. Now, unlike before, because of the way this positions, the tab is still there. So you actually have to untab it first, roll it up, and then rotate if I can find, there it is, the ball joint sort of in here, and rotate that so the foot is the right way around, and then you can just pull this one down, orientate it, so this is all obviously at the front, and then we can move on. So what we will do is we'll come under here, pull this out, we will rotate this to the back, we'll flip this up with revealing his head. We will then untab the tail this way, that's the right way, and then that is going to go into here. So it'll do a, it'll hinge in. And then what you want to do is you want to get this in while pushing this up, so this bit of the tail will come through here, and ironically that's what holds the propeller in place. So that down there, just try to get as far as forward, and it will actually push out his chest. So there we go. That folds in, that tabs in, and then what you can do, and I'll do it this way because I'm going the right. It doesn't really matter which way you go, but what you want to do is you create this little sort of groove here, and that fits around. Oh, hang on, it's not actually that. It's sort of these grooves here somehow. Well, one of the two, and that sort of locks it in place. Not perfect, it will still move, but it does lock it in place. Then we can come here, we can untab his arms, which might have very tight, like so. And there we go. We have Spinister in his robot mode. And I won't lie, I did buy this figure just simply for the amazing look. You know, I hadn't seen anything really like this, apart from maybe the, what were they called, the Spark Cons. I've got one of them. But yeah, so I admit I saw him on a review for Fuse, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta check this guy out. He looks so good. He's definitely one of the figures that I wasn't planning on collecting that I decided to buy. So yeah, so once again you have all these ports to put weapons in here and here. So we'll get down to articulation. The head is on it, can do a full 360. It can look up that much. It can look down pretty well. His arms can do a full 360 and get around the chopper blades. They can go up that far. He has bicep rotation. He has technically a double jointed elbow, and if you really wanted to get up, you could always use that transportation joint, to get further. He has wrist rotation, no fingers obviously. He has waist rotation. He doesn't have ab crunch. If you fold that here, there's obviously no side skirts or anything, but legs can go up that far, can go forward that far, can go back that far. He has hip rotation. He has single jointed knee, but I suppose if you wanted to get, that does come off time to time, but just plug it back on. You can get further if you want to open that up to get his leg a little bit higher, but not by much. He has heel tilt. His foot can go all the way down due to transformation. Works on both ones. And so there you go. It doesn't really go up. So, of course, you can then, of course, do what you want with the blades. You can hold them down here if you want to give him a bit of a side skirt, a bit of a tuxedo look. Heck, you can even just leave it out and do sort of a, I don't know, vortex look, if that. So it's up to you. So, also I will say once again, you know it's Siege because of all these scratch paint. I wish it was not there. I look like crap, honestly. Now, he does have target masters if I think you get Siege. His name's escaping me at the moment. Skywarp. I think Skywarp actually has one of his target masters, but all we get is these guns. So of course you can plug them in here, plug them in here, plug them wherever there's a port. But if you want, you can do the whole double target master routine and plug one on the top of the other. If I can line it up quickly. Where are you? This does work. There we go. Like so. And then of course you just use the bottom one to line it up. I don't like that look, but it is doable. That was his purpose, being a double target master. So let's get down to final size comparison. So being season 3-4, here he is with who would have been his leader. Here we have Fans Toys Galvatron. And I will point out, which I didn't do, you obviously have explosion points all over the place. You have one here. You have, I saw another one there. There's probably a couple other spots, but I just don't know. I don't use those, so if you use them, go right ahead. Of course, you can use your modulators to upgrade them to make him look even more intimidating, but that's up to you. So thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. If you like, perhaps leave me a comment. I'm always greatly appreciated. I think I've had a couple, but I wouldn't mind some more. You can also subscribe and ring the bell if you want to see all my posts. Now, I did say, I think in a past video, I was going monthly. I am back to my weekly posts. Every Tuesday at 1 AM AEST. Simply so that way it's up, especially for those viewers who are over in the States or whatnot. So if you are an Aussie viewer and you're wondering when do I get to see it, I promise you by the time you wake up Tuesday morning, you'll find one of my videos waiting for you. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.